They changed something on the OBS here. I can't figure out what it is. Well, welcome back to, right now, no viewers, but hey, maybe you two are seeing this and starting up the episode at the same time as me. Or starting at the beginning, you know. I find it's always best to start at the beginning, and then when you get to the end, you stop. Alright, so as is always the case, we start our grids. I usually try to do this beforehand, but this computer decided to give me some trouble doing the sound check, so I've been fighting it with it for like the past 30 minutes. Oh. If you're not on my Instagram, then you won't see this already, but if you're on my Instagram, you saw this already. But let me put up the reference photo. Make sure we stay. No, is it copy, piece of shit? Okay, alright. Reference photo. Boom. There we go. In case anybody wants to paint, draw along, whatever you want to do. There's not a lot of complication on this one, which means I'm going to end up making it complicated. Should be a nice easy peasy piece, but I know I may, and I know I'll end up throwing a lot of shit in there. Halfways, our 3/4, our quarter markers, all that fun stuff. This one, I'm thinking, I'm gonna try this in. See how it looks in centimeters. It's easier to figure out that way. Looks to be a little closer. Looks like 17. Alright, get your butt up there. Let's see here. Make sure this is as close to right as we can get. Yeah. 8.5. Bend it on me a little bit. It's great that it's a flexible roller. It's a pain in the ass that it's a flexible roller too. And then we got 4. I kind of just have to eyeball the 0.25 because. So the image here we're working on this time is exactly what the title says it is. It's a nice little shot of the ocean. My wife, I think my wife actually ended up taking this picture. What was I gonna say? I'm pretty sure it was her taking this one because it's next to impossible in this shot. There's a little nib right here you might see popping over the top of that. Like I said, it's next to impossible in this picture. The next shot in this series, they become much more visible, which is it's dorsal fins of a dolphin. My wife loves dolphins, so it makes me think it was her who grabbed this shot. But I didn't choose those ones because there was other issues with the composition I did not like. So. Oh, fungal. Really? That boat is right there? Wow. Okay. I noticed that in the halfway point. I should have made like guidelines on the Photoshop when I was bringing it down to size. If it were a different color or something like that, it'd been fine. You know, like. Just that it's because the boat's bottom is, at least looks very black, it's going to cause me some issues because I'm going to constantly be thinking, is it the marker that I made, or is it the boat? And it can fuck everything up. Oh, let's be honest, anybody who's watching me paint knows I'll fuck up on my own anyway. Been losing followers, and I don't know quite why. I mean, I guess they haven't been really following me. I mean, I haven't been getting as many views as I used to. Ever since they redid the whole fucking tag thing and all that, I mean, I've been sticking with my guns. I've been staying here on my dates. You know, neglecting my family. I haven't neglected. Oh, if anything, I guarantee my wife would be like, you can stay out there more often. Let's try to do this the smart way. Though it's against my, like, long arms and everything. Actually, this may not be the smart way because I am the other hand. We'll see. Yeah, let me get started first. And we'll figure it out. I got my beautiful little lead holder to start again. Ow. I also got a microphone in my head. So I'm gonna move that up a little. Hopefully it'll hold. Not sink right down on me again. Yeah, this is gonna be hard. This is gonna be hard. Let's try. Give it a little extra oomph. Let's see if this will work. It's gonna be really tough though. Because I'm trying to like. Dude, this is gonna be tough. This is gonna be rough, man. This is not gonna go well. I was not prepared for a canvas this big in this new setup. Okay. That's pretty good. Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure I get like as close as I can to make sure I'm level-ish. Alright. Alright, 18. Alright. Alright, 9 inches in, right. I'm a little discombobulated today. Won't lie. First off, I'm 90% sure at this point that my job is about to shit can me. They're having me clean up all my old cases and make sure. I mean, I'm down to 11 cases at this point, and I haven't been down to 11 cases since I came back from my breakdown. I mean, like the day I came back, I had like 18. Like boom, you know. So they haven't been letting me take cases for about a week and a half, which that stinks. Of we're clearing out your shit, so you're not a, when you leave, you're not a burden on everybody. But I guess I'm kind of okay with that because I also learned that there are apparently been several sightings of snakes in my building. In the building. Not around the building. In the building. And I have a terrible phobia of snakes. I mean, I'm better than I used to be. I can actually be near them now, where I used to not be able to be near them at all. Like, seriously, like at say even like something like the Franklin Institute, if they'd be like kind of, or even at the zoo, it was like they're in the fucking cage and I would not go in the freaking reptile house just in case somebody Harry Pottered that shit, made the fucking glass disappear. This is always another fun bit, trying to just get a middle point here. Kind of left angle, and then we'll try to keep it as close as we can. There's gonna be some give in the canvas. This is never an exact science. It's more of just okay, this is general rule of thumb. bet you that's why my computer's giving me shit right there. Drivers and updates! Fuck you! You should be doing this shit when we're not streaming, you fuck. Anyway, I don't really like have you set for that. Why are you wobbly? So anyway, there have been several sightings of snakes in the building, and apparently someone even got bit by one, which just makes me feel all warm and fuzzy. Let me just tell you. Can't tell you how happy that makes me. I told them flat out. I said if I see one, I'm done coming in. Like they can forget about it. I said, you know, even if they don't shit can me or whatever, I'm like, my ass is not coming in this goddamn building until you clear that shit out. That is to say, I have work from home abilities. I know they took them away technically as far as my like I still have the systematic ability to do it. They just don't want me doing it. But my opinion on that is basically, if I see a fucking snake in the building, besides the snakes I work with, you know what I mean? Besides those asshats. I see a snake in the building, my ass is going home, and I will log onto the phones from home, and when I hear from an exterminator that our building is snake-free, I will return. I think that would be a fair exchange. And if they don't like it, I'll say, well, cool. My ass will be talking to OSHA. You know OSHA? I'm like, they're lucky I was the one bitten by the fucking thing. Sue the fucking hell out of them. But basically, what we've all kind of come to a very fair, you know, acknowledgement of is that the snakes are there because there must be mice, which is why I think I said on a previous stream how my building had become infected with, infested with flies. Yeah, this place is great. This place is great. Let me just tell you. Anyway, the building had become infested with flies, and we don't know 100% why, but we all recognize that there was a certain smell down a particular hallway, so we figure a mouse died in the drop ceiling. So we're thinking snakes are there because there are mice there, and yeah. And while I've been in plenty of office buildings and places where I've worked where there have been mouse infestations, I've never been to a place where they've been so bad that we've had a fly infestation follow the mice and snakes as well. Like I said, they can just go fuck off with all that. So they want to shit can me or whatever. At this point, as long as they don't fuck with me, as long as they let me get unemployment, they try to pull any other bullshit on me, and I'll see the shit out. Very toxic, unsanitary work environment. That was affecting my mental issues. Because that is quite honestly what it does on a daily basis. And when you throw in an uncleanly factor of fucking snakes and mice, you know. Yeah, that one was bad. So we're gonna fix that a little bit. And look, there's not going to be a whole lot of complication on this. I mean, think about it. For the most part, there's almost no verticals, right? this is literally just above that line. I mean, I could pretty much just do this. All right. Is it tilted an angle? Not really.
My wife got it pretty good. Like I said, pretty sure it was her. Might have been me. I don't remember. The only reason I think it might be me is because it was set, like it took 3 shots that were rapid in succession. And usually that means that it's set on the camera is set on a specific setting, obviously, that my wife does not use. She's not even familiar really how, like, you know, for framing and all that shit, or whatever. So it kind of hints to me that I might have been the one to take the shot. It's a really neat thing though, because I mean, like I said, basically you have a spot where high tide rolled in, rolled out, and so it left this nice, you know, kind of like crazy looking little puddle there for the. It's a little bit down past halfway, right? So right about here. So right about there. That looks about right. Yeah, we get to play a little loosey-goosey on this one. I'm kind of thinking that if things go smoothly, big ifs with me, big ifs, that means I might be able to actually get ahead with my 1 painting per month goal here. Which would be really cool because the only canvases I have left after this are smaller canvases. Well, I don't have any real clear idea on subjects yet for them. Figure at some point, it's just out of quick, like, oh god, I need to make something up real quick because I'm about to go live. I'm not saying I always do that, but sometimes it'll happen. Or it's like, oh shit, I don't have anything to paint. You know, you know, we could throw together a quick still life or something like that. What's this? I wonder if there's a better side to the razor blade, and I don't think I have any razor blades in here, so we're just going to let it go for now. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Alright, so, like I said, the subject matter on this one isn't going to be extra difficult. Gives me a lot of playing room, which I like. You know, if you've seen previous paintings of mine, you've seen me, you know, get all swirly-girly into the, you know, I don't mean like girly, like I mean like just having fun, you know, get all kind of goofy up in the sky. Yeah. The trick though is I can get lost in just fucking around with the colors up there. So this could be a really fast painting. This could be a very slow painting. I don't know once we get to work on it. Drawing's not gonna take long, so we get to spray tonight. That should be good. And get maybe into some underpainting, which I dig. Because I'll be honest, I've been unsatisfied with like the last few streams where it's like, you know, the painting, the drawings, especially because the subject matter was really tough, required getting in there for a while, you know, and really digging into the excuse me. Yeah, really getting into the drawing to make sure that everything stayed kind of tight. Because we get to be a little looser, have a little more fun on this one. Yeah, like the most complicated things here basically are gulls and their reflections. And that's about
where it gets about as hard as it's gonna get, and that's kind of groovy. And I might, well, I guess he's not really necessary. I'm just trying to think about whether I need to move that gull up a little bit, but he should be alright, right? Because he's going to be right about... Right, he's primarily on that side of the halfway mark. I always feel bad sometimes. I mean, like, it sounds weird, but, like, because they're just as much assholes, I think. Well, not just as much, but... Like, I think sometimes, like, the gulls that are not, like, right on the beach, in other words, or you know, like Wildwood, I think the gulls do alright. And same with, like, say, like, you know, Atlantic City and on the boardwalk there, man. Those gulls are fucking smart on that one. I gotta be honest. I've seen some shit on that boardwalk that I've never, you know, like where they coordinate and shit. I was amazed. I actually watched, you know, a handful of gulls where, what was she eating? I think she had funnel cake. This girl had funnel cake. One gull came and like dove at her directly from the front. Was not anywhere near the funnel cake. Like it just sort of like dove near her, right? And like so she naturally went like ah, and the hands came up, and then two gulls from behind, boom boom, and just yanked the shit out of her hands. It was gone, and then the rest of them just then it became a feeding frenzy. And like I felt bad for the girl, you know. She was, I mean, she's a teenager or whatever, you know. I don't want to make it sound like she was like a 3-year-old or anything like that. Because she was really upset that she lost her, you know, and I felt bad for her, but at the same point, you gotta go, I was damn fucking smart of the damn gulls, man. You gotta give them credit. They worked together. I mean, it was a clear, organized, like, they, you know, they had done this one before. I was pissed off there, too, doesn't it? Oh, got a kind of angry, pissed off face right down there. Like someone just fed his brother Alka-Seltzer. I was watching a YouTube video today. What's the artist's name? Shit. Should I find it in my history? History. So I get the name right. Stefan Baumann. Been watching a couple of his videos. Just, it's not like I'm getting too much. Some of it's just about, you know, building a brand, etc. And that stuff I'm learning a little bit out of. At least I hope I am. Hard to tell because almost anything that I've been trying has not really been creating any results. But I digress. One thing he started talking about at one point was talking about how his students in the class had asked him about how to paint a wine glass. You know, and he was just like, well, you know, what kind of wine glass? Is it full? Is it, you know, how thick is the glass? How, you know, what, you know, what's around it? And he starts going through a lot of stuff, and he's very right. I mean, and that's certainly the way, I guess, you know, you need to think about things is you need to think, like, especially if you're painting in a style like I do, very impressionistic, you've got to think about what's around it, because what's around it is going to affect its color. Very dramatically, usually. And, you know, and he was trying to make a point that, you know, and basically what he started saying is, like, you know, he's not going to do it for his students. He didn't want to do that because he doesn't want them to know how he wants them to know how to paint. If that makes any sense. Really, the only way to do it is to do it. Which again kind of feeds back to what I've always intended this channel to be, and what I hope it will one day become, which is that, you know, instead of people just sitting here viewing, somebody paint along, draw along with it. Take that image link and go with it. Grab a, you know, pen and paper, grab canvas, grab something. You know, get to work. Quit bothering me. No, you know, like, no, you know, and interact on here to that level. Like, in other words, start working on a painting or a drawing or whatever. You know, and again, it doesn't have to be this subject, but if it's you know, if it is, it is. If it isn't, you know, if it's something similar, whatever. You know, bullshit follower once. Okay. Anyway, but you know, you get this idea of maybe. All right, this goes here. Like, hey, yeah, you guys paint something similar, and maybe you get stuck at some point. Pop it up here, you know, pop a link in the chat here, and we talk about it. You know, you know, get a little critique, get a little, you know, and again, not criticize, not, you know, nothing like that. I'm talking critiquing, actual, like, you know, get people's thoughts in together. Keep it kind of cool and groovy. This is what I've been after, you know. Think about it like, you know, what those damn things that are real popular now. White ladies go and drink at. Painting with a twist, like ideas, but like not quite as cheesy and simple. Yeah. I mean, yes, I'm thinking about somebody that has more than just a passing, like, I'm gonna get shit-faced and paint while here. And don't get me wrong, I had done it on this camera, you know, on this channel myself. So it's not like I'm gonna fault you for that either. But the let's start to get rid of some of the lines, because we don't need, like, that guideline there, because that's our horizon line. We're good there. All right. Now we know, like, this is our shoreline. And it's not going to be quite as clean, you know, as we left it here. It's pretty close to looking straight there, but, you know, it can bend into play as we start to work on it. I want to get an idea of where some of the waves are kind of cresting a little bit. That's about all I want to do with this stuff. But you know, like I said, it's and that's where I would like to get to at some point. And maybe it's a pipe dream, and you know, whatever. I just think it's a good idea because I see too many. You know, I guess I see too many Twitch channels where they're not interacting. I want people to like do shit here. I don't want to just chat and like, oh, that's great. I don't want that. I don't want that. I want to teach people some stuff, or yeah. And like I said, I don't want to teach you to paint like me. I don't want to do that because God knows I'm going to be changing soon. So the stuff that's been playing with in my head for a little while now has been, you know, it's getting some ground. In fact, something happened the other night. I saw something that kind of got into the same kind of idea that I've been working on. It's very kind of, again, you'd have to kind of go over to my Instagram which is at Menaceart, and check it out there. But it's a like kind of like a neo-tribal pattern type thing. And I saw a photo of an old spearhead, and it had a similar kind of, you know, interacting weird patterns going on in it, and then it had other patterns within those patterns. And I was like, ooh, I like that. Because that gives me a chance to, like, instead of just being like a block of purple in this kind of funky shape, it could be like a block of purple with little dashes of blue in there and funky out. Yeah. I was like, problem though is to do that. Basically, this is now my smallest canvas. If I were to be quite honest with myself, like, whereas I barely fit this canvas. I mean, I'm already gonna have to probably readjust this microphone so that we can actually get in here and like move it over here a little bit or something. The main issue I'm going to have there is that I'd have to start using such large canvases that I don't know where the hell I'd put them, to be quite honest with you. I mean while working on them, let alone after working on them. I really don't have the space in this tight little house, so I have no idea what the hell I'd be doing. At that point, it's like, I need to start selling all the time because I need to get rid of this fucking stock. But, son of a bitch, I caught someone's arm in there. It's little, like, there's one little arm. Oh, well, that's not getting put in there. Much like we did some editing the other day or whatever. Like I said, when we edited, like, the painting of Lou's house and barn, we got rid of the telephone pole because it was interrupting the composition. We got rid of like some of those trees, I think, right in the foreground of the church photo we just did. Stuff. We don't need all this stuff. We don't need to be that firm and that, you know, with the tight buttocks. No, it doesn't have tight buttocks. It's a fucking shoreline. But now my ADD kicked in again. I was saying about the damn gulls, about how I feel bad for like the ones that live around here, or at least pass by here quite a lot, because in my area they do come around quite often. I just feel like they're gotta be like hungry. Gotta be like, you know, like. Like they're definitely the gulls of this area. Like where there's like some people like, you know, that know more successful people that moved out of the area, and they're just thinking, you know, your cousin Murray, you know, lives down Wildwood, and he gets fed all the time. I don't know why the gulls are really nice. I guess it'd be more like around here. It'd be like, oh, cousin Murray down fucking Wildwood, he's fucking. That sounds more like Delco gulls. I don't know what the fuck a Delco gull sounds like. Anyway, yeah, the little boat is just like tiny, tiny, on the fucking horizon there, isn't it? Just like. This one's actually like even lower. He's like right here. It's a funky shaped boat too. It's like, is that like a pontoon? I know nothing about boats. I know nothing, Jon Snow. Oh, this one's going that way. Okay. Alright, now I'm following. So this sucker's going that direction. And these guys were just passing each other on the water, it looks like, right? They weren't like two buddies hanging out. Pretty good sized boats, though. I mean, based on what I can see from here, you know, like, just that they'd be that size in the horizon means they're pretty good sized in reality. Alright. Should be clear. You know, I keep trying to think. Like, I keep trying to push this idea that, I mean, it's free artwork if we hit 50 followers to somebody. I mean, it's not going to be, you know, to the 50th person. It's going to be a drawing. I keep trying to say it's random. I don't know if people understand that. I think people are like not going to follow because they're like, well, I don't want to be number 48. Or 47 now, right? I'm down to 46 again. I don't know how. I'm assuming that I think I lost some people that were like follow for follows type thing. I'm gonna have to review my who I follow list, see who's not on my actual interests and who's, you know. I've been doing that with Instagram for sure, man. I got a bunch of people like, oh, I'll follow you, and I follow them back, and then like a day later, they're no longer following me. I'm like, boop, out, get the fuck out. You're not gonna do that. That's what you were after. Fuck you. Nope. Homie, don't play that. I've got to the kids in bed. Like, it's kind of, I mean, it's only slightly stupid to be doing all this detail, like trying to worry about where the waves are, really, because I tend to just, like, I go, actually I think I'm too high on that, right? Yeah, I definitely am. Right to where those boats are. Where this one is. Right. These are like that, they're kind of swelling up, right? There's some wet stuff here, this is some of that. This is sort of like beep 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 beep. This one's gonna go. Right about there. That's accurate. Closer to accurate. It doesn't even have to be. I mean, like, seriously, like, you know, this is where I start to go Bob Ross and like, dude, it's my fucking world. Yeah, I want to be close, sure, but like, do I give it fucking big pile of dog shit about whether it's that close? Not really. Again, it's about the movement. The movement. If I worry too much about accuracy on it, I'll lose the motion of it. Ooh, that might be a good album to listen to while working on this, right? Like the Motor Booty Affair does a lot of that. From the ocean comes the notion. Realize. Oh, go Lego. Yeah, I keep a few rough spots of just knowing where are. And I won't lie, there's part of me, part of the reason I was liking this shot specifically. There's a Monet in the Philadelphia Museum of Art. That, to be quite honest with you, just pisses me off. And it pisses me off because it's perfectly done. I should make that clear. I think my buddy Mike's still streaming, so he's not here to confirm with me, but he's seen it too, and we like both were like, this fucking painting. It's my buddy Davin we vouch for it too. Anybody's really, the Philadelphia Art Museum could vouch for it, I guess, if you've seen it, paid attention to it. It's basically just ocean, sky. That's it. Nothing else. It's ocean, sky. and the way it's done is so fucking beautifully perfect. Now it's much more dimmer day, I guess, or whatever. Maybe it's later in the evening or something. But still, the idea that it's literally wood or sky, nothing. I mean, it's like, Jesus Christ. The fact he pulled it off, you bastard. Am I the only person that does that in a museum? Like, I literally, sort of curse out paintings. I've always felt odd about it, let's just put it that way. I've never really seen anybody else do it. Even amongst my friends, they find it hilarious because, and you figure that maybe they would pick up the habit or something at some point. Right now, none of them ever quite got to that. I'll be honest, I feel kind of freakish because of it. It's like, there's another little one right behind it, right? Yeah, right there. That's what I like about this thing, man. Ready to watch this? Pop it out a little bit more. It's also a little wave of charcoal right there. Boom! So kind of like hot hour waves, especially like where it's like crusting over, but hasn't quite gotten there yet. Like it's sucking up or whatever. Gives it a little softer. I was cracking up. I got home today, and I had 2 catalogs waiting for me. One from Utrecht and one from Blick Art Supply. And if you're not 100% familiar with either of those, Blick bought out Utrecht a while ago. The Utrecht stores all shut down, from what I understand. Well, I know that. And I went like as a part of Blick, no longer as a independent, store. And so they carry all the Utrecht brand paints that they used to have or any of that stuff. And I'll be honest, I never bought Utrecht paints. Unless I was absolutely desperate and needed something quick and cheap. But at the University of Arts, there used to be a Utrecht store like right next to the University of Arts. It was really convenient. So like I said, if I needed something quick and cheap, I was like, alright, I'll run over there real quick and grab it. So I got the catalog from Utrecht and Blick, and I was like one from, and I'm like, what the fuck is the point of that? They're the same company, and I was like, are they? I said to my wife, I was like, are they even different catalogs? Like, I can't even imagine that they would like. I mean, I guess they could if they could have one that focused solely on Utrecht stuff or something or whatever. I guess maybe, and then I actually took the 2 catalogs, went page for I didn't do a page for page, but I went to a couple pages on the same same page on the same different catalogs, whatever, and they were identical. So I was like, oh my god, they literally sent me 2 of the same. I better erase that arrow before I forget what the hell I'm doing there with that. They sent me 2 of the same fucking catalog, basically, with just different names on the front. I'm like, that's goddamn hilarious. How those got loose. Not taking that. Like I said, a lot of this stuff was unnecessary, but it kind of was too. It's weird. viewing. It could be my mother. It could be someone just randomly. Hell, it could be my holding up to the dashboard. But if it's somebody different, if there's somebody there, well, tell a friend, man. I'm telling you, get up to 50. And if you're not a follower, click follow. It could be the winner. Fucking free drawing. I don't know. You know, like, look, here's one of the things. As an artist who's been online for a number of years, and even before that, when I was in fucking high school and what have you, I used to have people all the time say to me, "Oh, man, can you draw this thing for me?" And I'd be like, "Okay, well, you know, can I get it for free?" You know, and I was like, "No." But here I'm saying, you get something for free. As I said, you know, I said in one of the other streams, like, hey, man, you know, 30 years from now, 40 years from now, 100 years from now, whatever, you know, you pass that down through your relatives. I know it's, they could, you know, but they could sell it for like 50 cents. Just kidding, I don't think my work would be worth that much. Now it's funny too, like, I have a weird relationship with the beach, and I should say specifically more like I have a weird relationship with the ocean. That is, I love the ocean. I love being out in the water, man. If I get, like, you know, even going like a whale watching tour or some shit, like, you know, just get me on a boat, throw me out there. Like, I don't know how to sail or steer a boat or anything, you know, like to actually boat myself. But you throw me out on the boat, man, you let the fucking water start hitting me in the face and shit. And I don't care if it gets cold out there or anything, man, I am in fucking heaven. You know. I just love it. You know. Do I like to fish? No. But like I like to ride in the boat. Like a dog in a car, you know, like, you know, I just adore it. And but I hate the fucking beach. Like, and I shouldn't say I hate the beach. I get tired of it very quickly. I don't like to be someone just sitting there on the beach roasting. Put a canvas in front of me, sure, I can work that. I can do that. But I'm never allowed to bring my shit with me on vacations. So, you know, we run into that problem. I can bring usually a sketch pad, and usually can get one in, but see, the problem, again, is my family doesn't necessarily think daddy sitting there drawing the whole time is considered a family activity. So, they want me to go out in the water and do all that stuff, and I absolutely despise it. It's the shit you do for your family, man, but... And even that, they know there's only a certain limit. It's like, Daddy will go like one day down to the beach or whatever, down, you know, we'll go and I'll sit and I'll, you know, play a little bit in the sand and we'll do whatever. And if I get the chance to sketch, great, you know, it makes it a little more tolerable for me, but really beyond that, if they get a second day out of me, they should consider that a gift because I do not like it. And if they have any other options, like if like the grandparents and my wife will just go, you know, or whatever, we're all down there together, like just you guys go and I'll sit and do some other stuff elsewhere. Even just sitting there watching TV. But my actually it was the weekend, I know or the week that my youngest was conceived. I know exactly when it was. But the my wife and a friend kept going down to the shore or whatever, you know, actually going to the beach. And I stayed in the beach house, and like they took Vincent and they took my oldest daughter Alexis, and her friends' kids as well. I sat in the beach house, man, and I was happy as could be. And then a little later on, like in the week or earlier in the week, I forget exactly when it went, but I guess it depends on the day, because sometimes it was after that too. We would go to like Maury's Pier and stuff, and that I can do. I can dig the fucking. I love rides and shit, so I can dig that. Water rides, all that. I just can't stand just sitting there roasting. It's just not me at all. Like the second you put me in a stationary spot outside, all I want to do is I want to have a canvas in front of me. That's all I want. I don't want to be like you want to have me rotting under the sun, then throw a canvas in front of me and I'm cool with it. I'm fine with it then. But just having me sit there and try to, or having me walk in the water, where, especially for Jersey, man. Jersey's Jersey, man. I don't want to knock Jersey. I'm not trying to, but like, even people that are like from there, no, you can't see in the goddamn water, man. No idea what's down there, and there's been plenty of stories for plenty of years of hypodermic needles and shit washing up. And I know they got a lot better, but still, it's still there. It still comes up on occasion, and that stuff, you know, fucking, you know. I guess we should edit out the dorsal fins, because they're literally nibs. You can't even tell what the hell they are. Alright, so I guess that's pretty much it, right? Oh, so there's a skull up here, right? Gull, not skull. Actually, there's like two back there. That we could do. I think I off-put some of my coworkers when I'm drawing at work because my razor blade sharpener, my utility knife sharpening. How do they like that? I think they're all waiting for the day I actually turn it on myself. Here, we're gonna make it a little bigger. Just a little bit, like just so it's like visible. Alright. Just make sure I'm kind of aware of what's happening here. But the other problem though I would run into now if I were to live out my fantasy of, like I said, my family takes me down the shore and they just go, alright, we're going to the beach and look, you get a canvas and an easel, go to work. And they're like, yeah! And then the entire time I would be harassed by beachgoers. Wait, Dad! Alright, paint the beach, I'll paint me in the beach! Beach paint me. That sounds bitter, doesn't it? It's just, look, I've done stuff where I painted in like a sort of popular area, like a Ridley Lake near here. And I never finished that painting because it was like non-stop harassment. And this was at a time when I was much faster, but I still couldn't like do it fast enough because I was always being interrupted, and it was like, I can't with you guys. I gotta go. It's just like, I gotta go. And I never went back, and it was like, actually I think, no, not this one. What painting ended up, one of these paintings that I've recently done actually stole some of those stretchers. I think it might have been the bridge. Took one side. And, what
was the other one? Or, you know, that might be one of the ones, the stretchers that's still inside the studio. Or in the basement, not the studio. Because this is the studio, not here. Alright, cool. So then there's going to be a lot of dashes and shit there. So, let's see. It's 9 o'clock just about, so we'll go upstairs, give the kisses to the kids. I'm going to real quick spray this before we run up, though. Alright. I need my Japanese viewers. I'm just gonna have my Japanese viewers. They can correct me on that, but. Yeah. This bad boy back up there without hitting the mic. Did I hit the mic when I was leaving? Might have.
I'm on a booty when you shake your rump. I'm on a booty when you fall. I'm on a booty when you shake your rump. I'm on a booty when you fall. I twist on.
Human spray outside, that should get you high. Focus. Well, that's not really good. It focuses actually. Nothing matters. Alright. So, for the one viewer, it was probably me. Or my mother. Or a banana nananan. Or Commander Root. Or Rondabun. I don't know. I suppose those are going. Be right back. Putting the kids to bed. Chicks take it. Alright, see you in a few.
doggy. Oh, Nelly. Whew, stinky in here. Alright, let's clean it up a little bit. Get the stuff that I don't need out of my way. Drawing stuff will need to go back into the backpack. How are my flyers doing? Real quick, sorry, gotta check. Got the shit kicked out of them last night. And tied 3-3 with the Senators tonight. Alright, that's alright. Let's see if they do better. Ta-da. Let's see what we got here. So I gotta think about underpainting. Let's go with that. That. That's there. This is always a nice light. I know it. No. I know. I go heavy on this bitch, don't I? Do I have any more? Fuck. I don't do I. Fuck. Figure out a way to sell something soon, man. Jesus Christ. Alright. Gotta figure out something soon. It's not good. Not good. Like that. And if you watched this channel before, you might know that I like to use this palette for some reason, more just for doing my underpainting stuff. Yeah, you don't need to put as much of, like, I mean, it looks like big clouds, but it's a big canvas. I mean, I may have to add more at some point, but turquoise blue. I do have more of it, at least, thank God, so I don't mind if I lose a little bit. I think it's magenta, but I just want to make sure. Yeah, it's magenta. I like magenta better. Alright. So again, we're just thinking underpainting. We're not thinking about, I mean, we're thinking about the other overcolors on it, but we're just thinking about the underpainting for the most part. Bigger brush. This one. I think it'll do fine. It's a little crusty though. some leftover of the brush cleaner stuck on there. Because I leave it on there to condition them. Sometimes it's like it doesn't clean all the way off. Alright. Instead of using the artist medium, can I buy more of that? Or is that the new bottle? That'd be the newer bottle. No, there's a new bottle. Okay. Okay. Just gotta help me. Alright. You know, we can start with this. Let's start at the top and work our way down, right? Back to front, sort of. Because technically, it's all dependent on how you view it. I always like to view the sky kind of like circling back on me. So like the horizon line is the farthest point out. Truth be told, this is probably much farther out, but I always like to kind of picture it back circling on me. It's really like, to me, I'm thinking we're starting up here, and this is the back and current. We're just real thin on this. And again, I mean to very cleanly explain, I do not expect people, if anybody ever picks this up later, watching YouTube archive or whatever, because nobody really here right now. I wonder how Twitch is handling. Like, technically, I'm lurking on my buddy Mike's stream right now too, and I wonder if that's affecting anything. Can't imagine. Like, say YouTube and Twitch. Twitch is handling that. Anyway, it's mostly this entire area up here. Nice and dirty. We should be able to just almost entirely. It's still a little moist. I probably should have left that finish dry a little faster, a little longer. But oh well. The you see, like I said, I'm already halfway through that glob, and even thinning this out and putzing with it, it's still not giving me enough real covered space for this. But whatever. And what will probably happen here for me, just thinking off the top of my head, is that up here in the sky will probably be very lofty. We'll have a lot of like swirl, I guess, or something. And I don't know, or a lot of arching maybe. Like maybe I will bring in that kind of dome. How'd you like that? Pop in the screen. You know, like bring it in like a dome. That's probably a better way to do it, rather than go arch or like go swirly on it, because it's already kind of a flat sky to that day. So it's just I want to make sure that I'm not like too horizontal. It's already a horizontal heavy painting in a way. Like, you know, like there are heavy lines here. So, in order to give it a little more variety, a little more sensation, like I said, maybe we'll work on that idea of this kind of caving in around itself. You know, kind of. I'm ready to think of yourself. It's a very blue sky. What the hell are you doing with this green? You're probably right. But I see the green. It's hard, but you can see it if you look. Look at a real blue sky next time. And I mean that, like next time you're outside, just take a quick peek at really crystal blue sky. Look real hard. See that kind of just, and again, I think it's this yellowish green is specific to it, like that for what this color sky is at what I'm after with it. And there's potential that this color could find its way back in on the overpainting as well. It's just that for the underpainting, I think it's just for when we start mixing in the blue on top of it, and it starts kind of creeping in. It's not a very phrase I like to use. Like, it's not a very luminous or doesn't feel right. I'm trying to think of the phrasing they use a lot of time with paints. God damn, this fucking green. It's just mental health day, guys, just in case you don't know. I'm more connected to it than ever, I think. Since I fucking break down. It's not very, it's not vibrant, it's not such a word either. But it's not a very strong color. Like, it doesn't hold off on its own. Like, it's a very easy color to lose in a mix. Same with the yellow that we're going to be putting down right in this area. Just a little dab more. Fuck it, let's just do it this way. That'll work. Maybe a little bit over here too. Just that. That's good. Try to pick up some of the oil. So it's one that kind of will quickly fuse in with the blue and go have a good time with it, you know, like without taking over. Same with that Naples yellow light. They kind of hit it and quit, you know, like I don't know what else. They were kind of 30 SOBs, that's kind of what they do. Again, really just about, part of this for me is just about getting rid of the goddamn white canvas. And I know, like, you know, having looked at his work for many, many years, Vincent used to use white canvas. I mean, you look at Starry Night, some of those white dashes that you see in the, you know, in posters and prints of it, that's the actual canvas you're looking at. Look at it, remember for die. Anyway, the so doesn't really need to worry too much about it, but it's got terp anyway. The and I know, like I said, I used to use it all the time. I petrified of them, terrified of these things. It's pretty much like the whole reason I began underpainting the way I did, so many years ago. Was just because it was like that when I wouldn't do it, the painting would take so much longer, and I'd start doubting myself. A lot like I do now, but it was. I mean, it was so early in the painting that it was like I'd drop paintings sometimes where like I would literally like take a knife to the canvas or just quite honestly kick it in, all sorts of stuff. Like within the first like 20 minutes, I felt like the canvas was already that bad. Like primarily because it was like I'm working on a little section up here or something, and then it was like. This was bothering me the whole time, and I kept it, you know, even though it wasn't until I like did some serious like self-examination I figured out that it was this that was bothering me, not this. But I thought it was that, and so I'd get freaked out and start get pissed off, and then that led to a number of the screaming motherfucker and throwing my easel or whatever in college. Which is one of the reasons why I had a reputation there. I had one of those really here yet. I mean, I think we came close the other night with that one tree that was fucking with me. I got pretty close. I've gotten smarter about my approach, though. I'm sure it'd be much more entertaining. I'd probably have fucking 50 followers at this point if I did that on more often. After all, you look at what the top, you know, streamers and stuff do, and right there's out there, motherfucker, he shot me! I know, because my son watches all that shit. I hear it all fucking night. What I'm gonna do though, you know, it helped before, at least starting to grow the channel. I think it's time to do it again. Start going back onto Steam, and going on to my, you know, Rocket League or whatever, with my channel name. Even though I'm not streaming or playing Rocket League on here. And I'll be more considerate this time. I'll actually put that it's an art channel. You know, but like. I mean, literally, the fucking name says Menaceart. Like, that fucking subtle. Fuck. Any good happening on any of these things? No. Oh, somebody dropped me. Who dropped me? Ah, fuck. I realized I didn't take a photo at least of the drawing. Oh well. I like to get the photos down too and just have like a point of reference. Oh, you know what I do want to do though? And we're gonna, let's throw him over here for now. We're gonna need a little bit thinner of a brush. He'll do fine. Yeah, he'll do fine.
That's the reason I put all this extra stuff out. Ah, you know what? We don't need that painting. That picture. Oh. There goes my career in the NBA. Fuck. If I was taller, faster, I had better aim. I'd be in. Not if I was younger, too. They don't take many 40-year-old basketball players, do they? Especially not 5'9" ones. That are slow, out of shape, and terrible at basketball. You know, I'm beginning to think that dream's just not going to come true. As long as it's not like the dream as long as the dream that I had last night doesn't come true too. So last night I had a dream I got hit in the face with a dachshund. And yes, I said that. A dachshund. I had a dream I was over at a friend's house. And his cats freaked out his dog. Which, by the way, my friend does not have a dachshund, but in the dream he had a dachshund. He doesn't have a dog right now, actually, as far as I'm aware of. But anyway. The cats, like I said, did something, like they were like up in like a loft area or whatever, and the cats freaked the dog out, and the dog like either jumped or got shoved somehow by the cats or something, but I got hit in the face with a dachshund, and I woke up from that. And I was trying to figure out if like my cats hit me or something, like, and but they weren't in the room, so it wasn't them. And I don't think my wife smacked me in the face with a dog, because we also don't have a dog. It's getting hot in here. I have to take off all my clothes. I don't think people give Nelly enough credit for that song. More specifically, about the part where he talks about how his friend's got a pole in the basement, and he's like, "I'm just kidding, unless you're gonna do it." It's actually kind of stupid, brilliant songwriting. Because it's something that I think a lot of people, and I don't want to say guys only, because I think girls do it too. Like they make a yeah, this thing, I was just making this joke, and then like unless of course you're serious about it, unless you do it, then I'm okay with it, And that happens in in Nelly's song. It's a definite implication of something, in a sexual one, but I think it's on, like, people do it on all sorts of different ends, and I think it's pretty funny because it's very, very relatable to everyone except for Dr. Sheldon Cooper. Like, to be like, just making this joke about you doing this thing, unless you're gonna do it, then it's fine, we're gonna do that. And I mean, like, you think about, like, people like, yeah, I'm going skydiving, man, I'm just kidding, unless you're going to do it, then we'll do it. It's fine, if we'll do it together, I'll do it with you, like. It's a stupid little thing, but like I said, it's actually brilliant. In the fact that you can, as any person can quite literally relate to that moment. I think everybody at some point in their lives has done that. to somebody. Again, doesn't necessarily have to be a relationship, but, you know. Nah, dude, I don't play Fortnite, unfortunately. I'm not much of a gamer. I play Rocket League. That's about it. My son plays Fortnite, but I tried playing once on my phone and once on my computer, and that was all it took. I suck terribly at those types of games. The skills I once had developed way back on GoldenEye did not carry over. Let's check this out here. Do I have a Game Gear? No, I did not have a Game Gear. A friend of mine did, and well, I would have considered it back then. Those things freaking destroyed batteries. So I stuck with my piece of shit Game Boy. I mean, I'm talking green screen Game Boy. I eventually upgraded to a color when I got I bought the Pokemon games back before like the original ones, because I knew my niece was going to get into them. She was about 7 at the time, I guess. Have to relook at when they came out. And I'm 40. I'm an old head. And so I bought those, trying to like learn the concept before it became like the next big thing, because she'd been into Power Rangers and shit, and I didn't understand, I didn't like it. I mean, it's just not something I couldn't get the whole. Like, I could deal with the Japanese scenes that were imported over. I just couldn't deal with the bullshit American ones. So I was like, all right, well, I missed out on that with her, being able to bond with her on that. So I was like, I'm going to learn Pokemon, because that's definitely the next thing. And so I was doing it, and I was like, well, shit, you can only get some stuff by trading it? Well, I didn't know anybody fucking played the game. So I was like, I'm just buying another Game Boy then. So I bought another Game Boy, and I bought a color, and never went back to my old green screen. I remember being 35, because that's long ago. That's cool. I wish I could. I mean, like, all I play anymore, honestly, I play Rocket League. That's it. And I don't even do that as much as I used to. Probably gonna.
Hey everybody, it's good to have you on the
Thank you for the follow, man. Thank you. Like, I play it, but I just kind of got frustrated in the last season, because I was like, something happened in the early stages of it that I just got sunk, man. Like, 2 seasons ago, on the PC account, I have a PC and a PS4 account. On the PC account, I was like platinum 1 or 2 for 3s, and I had hit platinum in my doubles, but then I sunk down to like gold 2, primarily because I was playing with a buddy of mine that was new to the game, and I got sunk by trying to help him, unfortunately. And then when I went to the placements for the last season,
I got sunk like even farther. And that was not with him. It was literally just random teammates. I just could not get out of gold 1. I mean, I hit gold 2 or gold 3 in doubles, and I was like, what the F is going on here? And I was playing like gold 1s or 2s. Meanwhile, on my PS4 account, I was platinum, I hit plat 3, div 1, no, div 2. I hit div 2. And then I didn't play it for a while, and then I got back, like out of either account. And then I got down to like plat 2, division 3, something like that. And I was plat 2, division 1 on doubles, something like that. And it was like, there's something wrong. It's just like, so. Oh, I just have like a sound effect thing on Amazon, on the Echo, whatever. It's like just Zen sounds. Just because sometimes I get caught up in, like, I mean, this is early stuff, so this is not where I get too stuck in things mentally. But I just want to make sure there's something going on when I'm not jabbering on like an idiot. I'm a PA resident, not far from Philadelphia. Home of the wonderful new abomination in the world, Gritty, who I absolutely love. I tried one time to do like a royalty-free, whatever, like public domain, like jazz station on here once, and though that's what Amazon said it was, the YouTube account and Twitch decidedly told me different, because they blocked like half the freaking audio and on Twitch, and then the other, what wasn't blocked on Twitch, YouTube was like, yeah, you're violating a bunch of copyright on this. So I was just like, whatever. Just hit something with generic noise, basically. Let's get really thick, and I don't want it to be thick. I just want it to be loosey-goosey here. Whereabouts are you from? And do you do any art, or are you just kind of here poking around seeing what's up? 'Cause I like to see who's else does stuff. If they do anything on here, or they just do it on there separate, what have you. I eventually want this to be like almost like a Bob Ross like type thing, but with cursing. Yeah, people maybe will paint along or draw along or whatever, and show their stuff, share it, and talk about it, critique it, whatever. It doesn't have to be the same painting, but something, I would like to say paint something similar. So far, I haven't got anybody to do it along with it though. missed that key. Did I ruin it by saying I like gritty? I think he's a Penguins fan or Devils fan or something. I had to laugh at the number of people last night as the Flyers lost their home opener. Talking about throwing Gritty into the net. That cracked me up. Because he had such an interesting, like they brought him down on the cable and they had him, like playing Miley Cyrus Wrecking Ball or whatever. And for a mascot that got booed his first night out, I gotta give him credit. But it was funny because when they debuted him, the night they debuted him, like I said, I was at that game and he got booed pretty badly. It was most of Philadelphia that day that he had debuted. People were like, "Oh my God, what the fuck is that thing? What the fuck?" And then the national news kind of caught on to the trend of Gritty, and so other people from other cities and towns or whatever were going, "Oh, what the fuck is that thing?" And suddenly every Philadelphian that I knew like almost turned immediately to, "You leave him the fuck alone. He's one of us." It's very funny. It's a very Philadelphian thing. Kind of like a sibling thing, you know, like I can beat up my siblings, you can't touch them. I want to make fun of them. I want to, say bad things about them, whatever. I'm allowed to. You, not so much. Alright. Like Matthew McConaughey said about the movie him and George Clooney and Brad Pitt were going to all make together. George said he'd produce, Brad said he would direct, and McConaughey said, alright. Such a shit joke. Phone go. What my Flyers doing? I don't know if I wanted to put them on. Anybody know that? If I could do that, I would do it. Alright, Flyers are winning. Yeah, let's see if we can do it. Hold on. I think this is still set up. Hold on. I gotta find the...
Airfare from American Airlines. Your airline to the Caribbean for $95.
Ah, man, wait, did I get knocked down? I think I got knocked down.
From texting to posting to playing games, it's become our national obsession. Me, I still can't get enough of those angry...
We'll see if this works.
But when it comes to buying an engagement ring, that smartphone
Yeah, let's turn it down a little bit.
is more like a dumb phone. Because the device is not a substitute for advice.
only another 20 minutes. Who gives a shit, right?
We're diamond experts, real live human beings who are trained to listen first, ask questions, and guide you to the perfect way. There's no app for that matter. Our viewers' quality is unsurpassed, with an amazing selection in every price. And unlike the internet, we let you see and touch the ways before you buy them. So use that smartphone of yours to map directions to Benari Jewelers in Exton and Benari Jewelers. Or if you're not quite ready to talk, visit Benari Jewelers.
It should be this channel.
It's fall, and you can spend it hauling bags of leaves to the curb.
Actually, let me check.
Where did I put my phone? It should tell me. Alright, sure, fine. Control it.
Dodge Charger.
Special premium.
Dodge Challenger, the most affordable V8 in its class. And Dodge Durango, the most powerful SUV with available all-wheel drive in its class. Join the Brotherhood of Muscle this fall and get great deals at your local Dodge dealership.
WPEN.
During the fall cleanup event,
I don't know what that is.
lessees get a low mileage lease on the 2018 Dodge.
Oh, you know what? I think that's... No, that's the Flyers. WPEN. What the hell channel is that?
36 months for $3,399.
It's not Ben, right?
Title license extra.
WPEN.
Based on voice bill specialty and inside sport utility vehicle segments. Call 1
Okay, yeah, that's right channel. Okay, that's Ben. Cool. I thought it was BEN. Alright, come on. Let's get that nice and down. Yeah, that's alright though. A little bit of pink up there. A little pink, a little stink. I should probably film the short content, shouldn't I? MCO. You know, I'm just gonna point out the fact that, like, at least according to this goddamn channel's, like, this game's going on. Oh, you know why? Because this is the Fanatic, 97.5. That's 97.5, it's 95.7. There we go. Of course it sounds like shit, doesn't it? Of course it does. Can't put it as a preset. Let's see if we can get it. I don't have anywhere else to hang it. I don't think it's gonna work. It's about the best we can get. That's terrible. Let's try this. We're gonna try this one. So that's not gonna work. Let's see if this will work.
So, Vorobiev got it in
Alexa,
front.
stop.
Raffle unable to put it by, but Haig finally does.
There we go.
And Philadelphia takes the 5-3 lead here early in the third period.
There we go.
And Raffle does a great job of just drawing everybody out.
This works for me.
Holds onto it, doesn't panic with the puck.
This work for you guys? There's nobody here.
The Flyers
What do I
back
care?
in the middle. Nice play by all in ball.
Robert Haig gets his second goal of the season. 4:08 here in the third. And the Flyers are up by 2. Moving in deep into the Ottawa end. Voracek trying to jam that back in behind the goal. The Flyers get there, and they're going to put it themselves out to center. Raffle draws the primary assist, along with Dale Weiss at 4:08 on the Robert Haig goal. Gostisbehere gains the Ottawa
So I think what we're going to do tonight
is we're
going to just go until we finish up our underpainting, which isn't that much more, I know. But we're not going to worry about anything over top right now.
I have a little difficulty settling it, but the single spins out free. And goes right wide.
And I'm not going to worry too much beyond what I did with the goals.
Took the shot. Oh, I think he hit the goal post on the glove hand side. And Duchesne that close to making it a 1-goal game again. It's up and out of play.
Boy, that was a nice play. That's a one-on-one. He just goes great by the defender for the Philadelphia Flyers. And once he gets back, now he's got to be able to get that shot.
That's right, that little bit paint drips in there.
Knocks it off the iron, and that's always a part of the Flyers.
A little bit of a drippy pink is pretty good.
Nolan Patrick took a high stick in the first period.
That's what she said. Anyway,
I think that is where Nolan Patrick suffered the injury that took him out of this game. He'll obviously be reevaluated tomorrow when they get back to Philadelphia, but with JVR already on the shelf. Flyers, Coatsy, that's the beauty of having the depth offensively. They've got Jordan Wheel, of course, they can bring right back into the lineup. He came out for Dale Weiss tonight. You've also got some young guys down in Lehigh that could easily jump in.
Well, the guy that we were really impressed with is Trowitzki. I mean, he plays the game hard. He's a big kid.
Now, this is not to be confused. This Coatsy is not related to me. This Steve Coatsy is not related to me.
They were trying to take that puck free in the Philadelphia end. They got it to the line, but nobody could get there to hold it in time. And Shabbat at center gives it up. Chris Weidman, who missed the pass intended for Colin White, declaring the tap, knocked down Stone, snapped the shot deflected wide. Stone back in front, but couldn't get it to a teammate. And Kuda shoveled it into the corner. Flyers able to chop it out to center ice. Philadelphia's got Lawton out there with Mikhail Barovia. Hayes got to turn to play it deep. Entered out of the net, got it into the air corner to Kudis. And Philadelphia scrambled a little bit, can't get it out. Going to the net is Tom Pyatt, but it was gloved from one send to another. And that negates that scoring chance, and a play whistled dead. We have a timeout, 13:41 to go. Here in the third in Ottawa, 5-3 Flyers on the Philadelphia Flyers radio network.
Philadelphia Flyers hockey on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Road Fabricators is a proud partner of the Philadelphia Flyers and the Wells Fargo.
I'm sure I'm violating something, but I mean, like,
fabrication and installation of grand format jumbo graphics. Visit us at.
Oh, that was the wrong button. That was the wrong button. Turn it all the way down. Wait, what the hell?
Your specific cancer with access to leading-edge treatments like immunotherapy and advanced clinical trials.
It will really turn it down, especially when they're on the commercials. Well, when the Flyers win, you lose at Papa John's. The Flyers win, you get 4 goals or more. If they get a coupon, I mean, you get to eat their cardboard pizza. I mean, unless they want to sponsor me, then they fucking great pizzas. If Papa John's, you want to sponsor me? Go for it, dude. I will. Actually, I'll be honest, I wouldn't. I desperately need money for supplies, but I'm not that desperate, I don't think. First off, there's the fact that I don't like their pizza. Second, there's a moral end for it too, which is I know the jackass isn't in charge anymore. But when that putz was saying how he couldn't afford to continue to pay his employees if he had to provide health care for them, and meanwhile he was building like that, like it's not even a mansion, it's like fucking like compound. I mean, it's disgusting. It's like you can't tell me you can't afford to pay a living wage, and then you go and fucking like, and it's not your first house. It's like, fuck you. I don't ever want to be one of those people who, like, I don't think people deserve their success, but it's like, dude, you can't be there was a very short time in this country, a very short time, where it seemed like the people that were making a lot of money understood that they made their lot of money because they're employees. And they paid them fairly, and they understood their role in everything. And nowadays it's like, and see, now here's something that I should make clear, is that I'm kind of doing this magenta just because if you look at that kind of like little puddle there that's formed here, you've got that mixture of the pinkish tone of the sand and obviously the bluish tone of the water kind of crossing with each other. And the thing is that since this is foreground area, you know, if you guys have, anybody here watches this regularly, besides my mother, I start back and move forward, you know. So actually in this case we'll be starting in this middle area here, because as I said, I'm going to kind of make this idea of that it's just pulling above us. Hopefully I pull it up, and then so this is going to be a while, you know what I mean? Like, and this is, for the most part, I expect a great deal of this underpainting to be dried tomorrow. I really don't think it's going to mix too much in with the colors that we're going to be playing with tomorrow during the stream. But the just do not allow a shorthanded goal, guys. It's like the most embarrassing thing ever. Anyway, I get a little like crossover here where it's like the sand and the, yeah, they're gonna cross over with each other. Now, I am going to have to make sure tomorrow night Oh, that's not good. The lid for this is way down there. Behind this and behind that. Anyway, I gotta get my brushes cleaned and stuff. At least get some fresh turpentine in there. So, again, it's going to be a pretty simple piece. I'm actually kind of excited that it's a simple piece, because if we finish this up by the end of the month even, and mind you, Halloween, I know it's a ways off still technically, but it's Wednesday night. We will not be streaming live on Wednesday night on Halloween. It's just I got stuff to do on Halloween. I got to scare kids, man. That's got to be done. But I mean, if I could still finish this by the end of the month, even like early November, like if we get it done by November like 5th, my niece's birthday, that'd be great. Because right now this is written down anywhere. No, let me just do a quick. There's space here. Uh-oh. No penalty. Alright, so let's see. We had the horse shed. And the still life with fruit. We did the portrait of Trixie. Right. We did I think that's when I started streaming that, so I think it was the bridge. We did Chiram.
To make sure everyone is comfortable, including great financing offers up to 72 months subject to credit approval. To find a pure
we did Wilna? I think we did Wilna. Yeah, we did Wilna. And El Sueno. After Goya. Then what would we come back to? Hold on. I think my paintings here. There's so many stinking paintings, I don't know where I did. What's that one? What's this one? That's the Zen Fountain. That's a fountain. That's the Zen Fountain. Oh, Lou's Farm. That's the one I'm thinking of. Okay. So, Lou's, that commission. Then we did. Zen Fountain, right? Cathedral. Wells Fargo is a proud sponsor of the Philadelphia Flyers. Turning your debit card off is not a replacement for reporting card lost or stolen. Please see our app for details. Availability may be affected by your mobile carrier's coverage. I may be missing one too, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes, this is 11, right? Yeah, so that's huge, man. If I get my 11th painting, because I want to do an average of a painting per month. If I get the 11th done before the 10th month's up, man. That's great, because then you got to think about the canvases I have left. The stretches I have available to me right now are all kind of small. So we're looking almost exclusively at probably like 16 by 20s. I think there's a 12 by 16 in there, maybe. Let's see here. So yeah, I think they're all small canvases, so there's a good chance that we could get not just another one, but easily another 2 or 3 done before the end of the year. That's huge. Because last year I started late in the season. I started, I didn't paint. I hadn't painted for 3 years, and I didn't start till March of last year. So the fact that I was able to do 12 was actually pretty big, especially because I was working in the Phillies at the time. This year I've been slower, trying to be more focused on really putting out solid work. I mean, I was slow then too, but I had at least a month where I wasn't working, so I could just keep painting. So I got ahead pretty quickly. But that's pretty good. I can't complain right now. And like I said, it looks easy, and it is deceptive. Don't get me wrong. There's a chance it may not go that fast. But if we can do it, we can do it. So tomorrow night, we'll start on the sky, and we'll start seeing where we get to. There's going to be, I think it is like a jazz jam right now. There's a lot of room for improv right here. There's a lot of, we know our basic chords. We're just going to kind of fart around on it and see what we can do with it. So, hopefully more people join me. Thank you very much to Tomcat for the follow tonight. Please stick with me, man. That'd be great. I lost 2 recently. I don't know why. I don't know what I've been trying to keep. I try to show up. If you're not following it, you're not viewing. That's up to you guys, man. There is a giveaway planned when we hit 50. It'll be a random number generator for my followers. Someone's gonna win a drawing. You can check out the drawing on Instagram. It's a ways back now. I won't lie, but it's the last drawing that's really up there. So it's a bridge of Traywind Farm Trail. It's a painting we did earlier. Actually, it was my first painting on the stream. Something I'm playing around with this new idea, new style, concept. It's a little different, but there's something there. So I'm not sure how it's going to play out, but there's something there. So this would be like you're literally winning. Well, I should face it. You literally will be winning my first experiment. Okay, like. It's a black and white drawing, and it's not really planning the colors at any point yet. But because I'm working off a painting I already did, I kind of have an idea of what colors are already in the painting, so I can manipulate it later and try around with it, which is what that drawing's there for. I'm going to scan it, so I have a copy here, but then the drawing's a giveaway, so it's free. Get sweaty, get itchy. So the Darkish Delight, how are you doing, man? I'm literally just wrapping up. I always hate when people come in here at the end of the night. I'm like, I feel so bad. We're closing off for the night. Just did our underpainting tonight. Goddamn chair. Busted ass chair. Okay, you just started streaming? I'll pop you up. Alright, nah, not do it that way. Pop you over, man. I'll like pop right over. Yeah. Woo! Sorry. Fire score.
And this just is a matter of good puck movement and also the know-how of where to go.
Hey everybody, it's good to have you on the thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, man. Thank you for the follow. So we're getting there then. We're getting a little closer. As I was just saying, there's a giveaway when I hit 50. It's a drawing based off a painting I'd done when I first started streaming. It's a ways back now, but the drawing's on my Instagram. It's at Menaceart. So it's a few back, but I said I hit 50. Random number generator is going to be assigned. Yeah, everybody's literally going to get numbers as they come up my followers list. Crossing out my mom and my daughter, because they don't need to get any free drawings. They can steal stuff out of my studio. But then, whoever gets the number gets a free drawing. So just for hitting 50. I'm not even trying to say affiliate. Just hitting 50. So that's a goal. So. All right, I'm logging out, dude. So I will pop over and I'll be cleaning up in here and stuff. But I'll be lurking around. All right. So again, thank you for the follow. Have a good night. And where's the button? I gotta find the button. Button. Who's got the button?